Hey, have you ever needed to capture something on your computer screen or your iPhone screen? Maybe a video or a photo. Maybe it's a new product. Whatever the case may be, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can capture either a photo or a video from your Mac or your iPhone, and it's going to be free. And that video is going to start right now. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Seymour. I own a photography studio in Sacramento, California, and I cover photography and tech. And one of the things when I started my YouTube channel that I had trouble with was finding some good screen capture software. I made some tech videos a while ago, like 5-6 years ago, and to do that I was on a PC and I used Camtasia, which worked great, but it also comes with a pretty hefty price tag. I wasn't ready to spend that much money on something, so then I tried Snagit, and it worked wonderful for a while till they did an upgrade, and then I could no longer find the files, and I really had no idea what I was recording. It really doesn't tell you very much. So I did like a 20-minute video where I was just doing a talking head, screenshot type stuff, and at the end of that video, I pressed stop and Snagit wasn't recording anything. I did a lot of research online, and I literally, when I found out the answer, was so surprised that for Mac users and people that are using an iPhone that want to do screen capture, it's already built in. It's already there. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use that with a couple of tips as we go through it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how I do what I do, and you can blend it, meld it, mush it, squish it, and do whatever you want with it to make it work for you. A lot of Mac users out there don't know that Quicktime is already part of your computer and it's free. So if you want to capture photo, video, screenshots, or screen captures, you can do that right with Quicktime. Or maybe some techno gadgets that you want to show online. If you're a Mac user and you use Apple, duh. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay, let's jump on the computer where I can show you some of the options in Quicktime, and it will all make sense to you on how you can record screen recordings, how you can record movie recordings, which also include the cameras or iPhones, iPads that are connected to your computer, and or audio recordings. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to start up Quicktime. Now you get this screen right here. This screen in Quicktime is just asking you if you want to open a movie. Maybe you already have a movie that you want to load and you want to watch it or whatever. We don't want to do that, so I'm going to hit cancel. The next thing I want to do is I want to screen record. So in screen record, you have several options available to you. The default location that they're going to save to is the Quicktime player. Now, I personally have trouble finding where the Quicktime player folder is, and I usually have to search my computer in order to locate it. So rather than go to the Quicktime player location, what I do is I either save to my desktop or I save to another location. So choose other location. You'll see that I have several screen recordings already, and they're actually located on my video drive in my folders where I've separated it out, and I want to put it in here with screen record or screen capture. So now that is going to the screen capture folder. The other thing you have an option to do is have a countdown timer. This is the countdown that's going to happen before it starts screen recording. Microphone. I highly recommend that you do not use none. Now you might use none if you're really stressing your computer out and you're trying to save space, but that's not typically going to matter because audio files are usually very small. If you have another microphone connected to your computer, it'll pop up here as a microphone that you can select. Built-in microphone is plenty good for what you're going to use this for, which for me, since I'm talking to the camera and I want to synchronize my camera with my screen record so that later on I can do what's called a multicam clip. What that is my screen record clip is over here in my editing software. My camera is over here. And so I can switch back and forth, which is exactly what I'm doing in this video, to I don't know, give it a little bit of interest and make things move a little bit more smoothly. In order to synchronize those two so that they're not off and you're not seeing some horrible kung fu movie or whatever from the 60s where their mouths are moving but nothing, their talk is not matching up, dubbed. In order for the synchronization to happen, you need audio from both your camera and from your screen record, and that's where this built-in microphone comes into play. Another useful thing for recording audio on both devices, your camera and your screen record, is in case I want to take my image from my camera and I want to move it down to the bottom corner for a tutorial, and I'll show you that in just a second. Remember your last selection. I do leave this because if I'm doing multiple clips in a row, I don't have to go through and make these default changes every time. And then show mouse clicks. That's going to actually put a little tiny circle around your mouse every time that you click, which is really helpful for people to follow what's going on the screen when you're doing your screen record. Okay, let's go ahead and do a screen record now. As you've already seen, I have my camera over here in this corner. And I don't dare do anything with it because last time I did it, my camera stopped recording and I almost went crazy. What you notice as soon as I activate that QuickTime screen recorder is I get a QuickTime icon up here in the top corner. If I push that icon, that's how I stop and end the screen record. So don't push that icon if that's not what you want to have happen. Let me show you a quick what's called picture-in-picture, where you synchronize two clips and you put one down in the corner. Let's say that I'm doing a Lightroom tutorial. I open up Lightroom, it jumps into a photograph. So after I've done my tutorial and I've got this thing totally done and dialed, I can quit Lightroom and I'm ready to stop my tutorial that I was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click this stop icon up here. You notice it down here in the bottom right hand corner. I've got a little, I assume this is their floating icon. That will go away as soon as QuickTime has saved the screen capture that you just did to the location that you specified. If you specified the location as the desktop, what you'll get on the desktop is an icon that says something like screen recording and then maybe a date and the time. So we'll give this just a second here to go ahead and go away. There it goes. So now I know that if I open my Finder and I navigate into where I recorded and saved that, there it is. That's my screen record that I just did. And to give you an idea about the quality of what I'm capturing, this is somewhere in the neighborhood of 3840, so 4K. And I'm just scrubbing through my screen capture that I just did. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is, and this is very obvious, the audio recording. When I select audio recording, I get this little recorder. I'll drag this out here to the middle. And it took me a long time to figure this out, that the adjustments to the audio recording are made by clicking this little down arrow next to the record button. I can select any of the microphones that are attached to the computer. Now that's pretty self-explanatory. I hit record when I'm ready and I hit stop when I'm done. Let me show you how you can connect your iPhone to the computer or your iPad and do a screen recording from your iPhone or your iPad. Now most people already know that their iPhone has what's called screen recorder, and I will show you a tutorial on how to do that using QuickTime. So if that isn't confusing enough, let me say that, let's say I wanted to do a YouTube video about how to use the screen recorder on your iPhone. Well, how do you capture the screen from your iPhone to show people that? What you do is you plug in your iPhone to your computer. So you have to have a cable that's adapted to your computer and adapted to your iPhone. The next thing you do is you click on New Movie Recording. When I click on New Movie Recording, I get this same window. Normally, when you've just connected your iPhone to your computer, you're going to have to tell QuickTime what recording device you want recorded. You do the same thing that you did with audio, and that is to click on this down arrow. You can record from your FaceTime camera, which is going to be the webcam, or I can record from my iPhone, which is actually called 358 Studios. Magically. It also is going to ask me how do I want to capture the audio and what kind of quality do I want. I personally always leave this on maximum. So let's do a quick tutorial, shall we? Click the record button, and as soon as I click that record button, it starts capturing my phone. I can click on settings, Let's run down to the control center. Let's quickly add calculator, which I use all the time. Whoops, that's already in there, sorry. Let's quickly add alarm. I'm traveling this week, so I'm gonna go ahead and add alarm. I'll go back, swipe up, all of a sudden, there you have it, there's alarm. And it pops up my alarm. I can go ahead and set an alarm, and I've got it. When I'm done with that, I go ahead and move my mouse over and click stop, and now I have a full screen record from my iPhone that I use Quicktime for. Hey, one thing I forgot to mention, at the end of recording a movie, meaning recording from your camera or recording from your iPhone or your iPad, it's not going to automatically save it. It's going to sit on your screen with untitled until you do a save from the menu. So go ahead and click File, click Save, and name it and put it in a location that you want to save it to. Sorry about that. On with the rest of it. If you're using Apple products, Quicktime is by far the most versatile and free screen recorder, audio recorder, and movie recorder, which means other cameras attached to your computer or your phone or your iPad attached to your computer. If you're wanting to make tutorials, if you're wanting to set up a video that shows somebody the IT problems that you're having on your computer, or you just simply want to help somebody like your parents be able to navigate to the control center and add their alarm clock, Quicktime is a great way to do that. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below, punch that subscribe button for more of my content, and the bell notification when I have a new video coming out. And in the meantime, until we see you on the next video, keep it simple and record everything.
Yes, it's like the sands of time through the hourglass of life.
I don't even smoke this.
Hey, pirate's favorite letters are R.
Oh my god, I'm gonna stab myself.